This is an explanation of the educatedness model that I got from 150 people who rose to the top of 63 different professions in 41 nations by being highly educated acting. We found 54 excellent sciences, 54 different ways to rise to the top of almost any field, and one of them was by being highly educated acting. That consisted of four things: finding and making truth. Now that's a balance between the highly constrained power of reality, and you have to find those realities, because if you make some truth that's at odds with those realities, they will crush you pitilessly, and they'll wreck your family and people dependent on you. So you construct truth to manage your way in this world, but you are constrained by finding it too, finding realities and constructing truth around them. Then you have building and using models, and we've just seen that MBAs from the world's top colleges are evil, thieving people, because they have used their models as a cover for psychopathic self-concern. They ruin the world, steal money for themselves, and economics is their excuse. And you've got to understand there are faculty at MBA schools who don't mind teaching psychopaths how to hide behind economic models. So models are dangerous, dishonest hiding places unless they are surrounded by care, compassion, and judgment. That's what Harvard lacks. That's what the Harvard faculty lacked, and that's what the $13 trillion the world lost due to MBAs from Harvard. That's what we paid to find out that models in the hands of ugly, evil, selfish, psychopathic people trained into that by faculty who select them for those characteristics will wreck the world. Models are all we got, and most of us have models we're unaware of, so we're very dangerous people. We just blindly use models we learned while growing up. We have no chance that they're correct. They're very local, very dated in time, and we don't discover them until some disaster at age 30 or 40 happens, showing that we can't trust our initial factory settings. Number 3, managing and leveraging diversity. It is a diverse kind of diversity. It's not this gender stuff and all this rights crap. It's diverse kinds of people, diverse kinds of appetites we have to manage. It looked like past ages, they controlled appetites so much people didn't try much. And it looks like the current age, people unleash appetites and don't restrain them enough. So managing that kind of money handling, sex handling, ambition handling, managing diverse appetites. Then what else you manage? You have to manage diverse ways of acting, diverse levels of action, diverse kinds of anxiety. And then what else do you have to manage? You have to manage balances so that you avoid kinds of extremity that destroy yourself and others. And fourthly, you have to manage diverse areas of life that are in competition with each other. The future you have to prepare for while managing to locate yourself now where tipping points are, while taking care of the basic people around you so that you can be sane. Not sane because someone loves you, sane because you make someone else happier every day than they would be without you. And then fourthly, you have to invent self and other people, and do that in a safe way. This means discovering in college at 20 years old or so that you might be able to be an adult someday if you spend 30 years getting rid of most of what's inside of you. Attitudes, beliefs, and habits, replacing them with better attitudes and beliefs and habits from the best people in history and in the contemporary world, supposedly what college provides. But it's going to take 30 years of practicing new routines, new attitudes, new habits before you have replaced successfully all your initial factory settings with better stuff that you've consciously chosen. That's called adulthood. There are no adults at 20. There are no adults at 30. There are no adults at 40. The first adults in life appear around 50, 55 years old. And very few people actually even make it to adulthood. Governments define adulthood as smoking, having sex, drinking while driving a car, and voting. And, talk about a proof that governments are stupid. That's proof. And, some private people are dumb as governments. Oh, they elect the government, so you would expect that. But, that's not adulthood. That's not even close. That's barbarity. Dangerous local bigotry barbarity. So you've got these four things: making and constructing, finding and making truth, building and using models with judgment and care and compassion, managing, leveraging diverse kinds of diversity of appetites, of dimensions of life, of balances, of ways, trade-offs among life situations, and then finally inventing yourself and inventing other selves by finding the possibility of being an adult and spending the 30 years of hard work consciously replacing junk your parents and your school and your nation put inside of you, your gender put inside of you, so that at age 55, when people meet you and say, ask you things and watch your behavior, they can't tell where you were born and raised from your attitudes and behavior at age 55. That's an adult, and a person that you can't identify where they were born and raised by their attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors when they're 55 years old. And those four together constitute educatedness.